Hey guys, welcome back. All right, I'm going to do a quick little singles read for every zodiac. Let's jump on in. I'm starting out with Pisces, guys. So Pisces, what is it that you don't know is coming in at you in love? What's your next thing coming in love? This is only a love read for singles, okay? So let's see here. What do you not realize? Oh, you guys, you got the sun. Leo energy. Some of you, maybe you've always wanted to have twin babies. Maybe that's something you're going to do later on in life as well. Hey, whatever you choose in your life will be up to you. This card I also look at as a twin flame card. This is happiness. This is delight. This is, maybe it is a Leo coming your way. This is great conversation. This is somebody that you just are in harmony and in sync with. Tell me about this a little further. You got the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. This is after a time when you have had maybe never had equal give and take before, never, maybe even given up on the idea that you'll ever meet that person. Two of Wands in the reverse, but that's not true. It's that somebody else probably was on their own journey and they had to make a series of decisions that would bring them your way. This is somebody who is choosing to come your way. Okay. So Two of Wands in the reverse, this is where it's like, I am positive. That's probably why we have so much happiness. Two of Pentacles is also here in the reverse. You're positive also. So we've got, and I say it this way because I'm looking at this as two distinctly different individuals. Both of you are, maybe you share an adventurous spirit. Both of you may have your own set of skills that's kind of unique. You've made a name for yourself in what you do. You can see she's got her own style of dress. She's got her own way of doing things. There's a carefree attitude about her in the sense that she rolls with things. This person is an adventurer who maybe they are a little slower to think things out, try to decide what is the right choice. But man, both of you, when you've made choices, you make choices. So this is in the reverse. You meet because both of you are ready. I feel like neither one of you has ever had equal give and take in a relationship before. That's probably why this is going to be such a delight. We've got a Page of Cups and we got a Page of Pentacles. Talk about being well matched. This is this is about the quality of messages, right? So this would be you feeling like, I almost feel like you guys go, I'm ready to meet somebody. At the same time, this person goes, I'm ready to meet somebody. The two of you could live in different locations, one by the sea, one in the forest, but you're at such the same place. You want to just start slow, see where it goes. Let me invite you into my world. Excellent. Now let me invite you into my world. Excellent. And you both say excellent a lot. No, you both, you're at the same mindset. Let's have fun with the getting to know each other part. Let's do lots of messages back and forth. Both of you are good at communication, and both of you discover that you have so much similar and so much to show one another about each other's lives. So you live very different lives, but with the same underlying quality. I mean, come on, look at how much overlap we have. I think that this is a twin flame read. You both share an adventurous spirit. You both have, you kind of walk your own path. There's something kind of fresh and unique about each of you, which is maybe all the more reason why it was very hard for either of you to ever meet somebody that was your equal. And now it's because you needed someone who is your equal and yet opposite you in every way. And this is it. This is really beautiful. Lots of outdoorsy energy here too. So some of you, that might be important to you, the sense of adventure, the sense of, and it could even be that like one person has said, I've always wanted to go see this place. And it turns out you live in that place. They've always wanted to go sail and you go, well, I have a sailboat. Like that's what I do. It could even be something like that, where something they've always dreamt of doing is something that you actually do, and vice versa. Interesting. All right. Well, that is it for you guys. Pisces, what a delightful thing to call in for you. May you do that swiftly and have a really fun time together. All right. Next up, Cancer at 442. All right. Cancerian. This is a singles love reading. Cancerian, what do you not know is coming towards you in the romantic sense? All right. Let's take a look. This is only a quick little love read. Too many. Hold on. Cancerian. Ooh. Well, first off, we're dealing with, you're not going to feel out in the cold. You're not going to feel sad anymore. You are healing up and letting go of a past hurt. So those of you who had been feeling like, God, is this ever going to go away? With this, it says, yes, you are right there at that doorstep. You might feel one last good cry. One last good cry. And I do say one last one because it's interesting. In this 5 of Cups, normally in a 5 of Cups card, we see 2 cups that are still upright. This person only has 1. This is one good cry, and you go, and seen. You know, if I'm sorry, I don't mean to make light of anything that is hurt, but there's that, or maybe you discover one last thing where you go, you know what? I'm done crying over this person. This is not for me. And maybe it does hurt, but it closes out a chapter. It closes out a door for you, which is absolutely fantastic, because when we actually get that final closing of a door, that's when we can, I don't know, like really start to think about what we want to invite in next. It's not fun to have to do that, but it is a relief sometimes just to have all of our answers. You immediately go into, you know what? I'm just going to work on the things in my life that I care about. Some of you may be artisans. You may be people with great hobbies, great skills, and you start to just spend your time. This feels like autumn and harvest time. Maybe you do specific things that you really enjoy at this time of the year. So as you invest in doing this, and I don't know if you go someplace, if you take an art class, if you make jewelry, if you make, maybe you work on vehicles. He is making wheels here. Whatever this is, I keep feeling like it's some kind of like a, I don't know, do you sell things at crafters markets or something like that? You wind up meeting someone who is absolutely fantastic, probably through a group of friends, or you get invited to an event. With this 3 of Cups, this is like a really happy, celebratory, exciting situation. And this is not like a holiday. This is like a festival or something. We got a 2 of Wands. Ooh, the next person in romance, you could butt heads with them. You could have some sexy sparring going on. 10 of Wheels. Wow, the 2 of you have met your match in one another. Pisces had something a little bit similar as far as meeting matches. This is remarkable. This is like, and if you look at them, it's almost like, you know, like the 2 of you are like, you throw something at them, they throw it back, and it's like you're both kind of surprised, like looking at each other like, I can't believe you just said that. That's really witty, you know. And it's like the 2 of you may have excellent communication. You got a Knight of Cups in the upright. Whatever this first conversation is, if you meet somebody and the 2 of you have kind of some funny little exchange, it leads to somebody saying, so when can I take you out? This is somebody coming to see you shortly thereafter you meet them. 8 of Cups in the reverse. Maybe this is somebody who doesn't live in the same area that you do, but they used to. And it's like, I was kind of thinking about moving back, you know, and it's like all of a sudden there's this impetus. This seems like the 2 of you wind up spending time together really soon in this. We've got a 7 of Swords, a 6 of Wands, and the Emperor in the reverse. The only thing is, I can't help but say your ex, the one that you got over, may show up one last time. They've been watching. They hoped that you would chase them, and instead you let them go. They get wind of the fact that you've got somebody new, and here they come one last time. But boy, oh boy, they're coming in almost rude, like, what are you doing talking to, you know, my so-and-so? And you're like, excuse me? I am definitely not your so-and-so. I'm getting to know this other person who's a part of my life. This is you shutting down the ex, but the ex does have this jealous streak, and the ex did play some weird game in this storyline. And of course, these are only stories, but they played some game where they thought you were going to come hunting for them. See, they were going to run away, and then you were going to come chase them. that didn't happen. So now their next plan is, oh, I'll ride in and you'll drop whoever you're currently talking to be with me. And they come in with all this arrogance. And I think that that's where you really get a full view of, wow, that person was super arrogant. Yeah, no thanks. I feel like it's a wrap. Unfortunately, it starts with having to have some hurt, but it leads to such a much better, more exciting, more happy, more equally balanced, fun-loving, secure. We see the dog here with that 10 of Pentacles. You and another person could be excellent business owners. You could first wind up, maybe that's why you spar just a little bit, because you both have your own, businesses and your own set of experiences. But boy, it turns into something very romantic and very, sincere, and it seems like it moves forward quickly in this story. But yeah, the ex wants to show back up just one last time. Could be nice though to just see it for what it is and release it completely. So anyway, but Cancerians, that's your story. Scorpios, let's move on to you guys at 11:06. All right, Scorpios, what is coming towards you in romance that you are unaware of? This is for singles. Somebody's watching you. Somebody has been perhaps keeping tabs on you, thinking, boy, sure wouldn't mind talking to Scorpio. But they're still thinking. Are they ready to open up? Are they I feel it's like it's got to be the right time. It's when they come back in. Wow, 2 of Coins in the reverse also. They don't want to do this though and feel like they're not sure what they're going to offer you. They want to be really confident in their own life. I feel like this person who's watching you, who's still holding back, they may still be on one more phase of a journey. And I say that because you see the ships. This person is docking, but this person is still somewhere in the midst of their journey. This might be a transitional thing. They show up in your life for like a hot minute, and then they still got to go on another journey. And they're like, okay, I don't want to try to start something unless, like, okay, say for example, they're fishermen or something that go out for months at a time. It's like, I've got this other big one coming up. I'm going to be gone for like a month and a half. I don't want to start a romance right now when I'm only here for 3 days, and then I'm going to be gone for a month and a half. After that, I'll be back for, several weeks, and then I could start to invest and we could get to know each other. I feel like it's that, like somebody is biding their time before they actually like reveal feelings. Also, it seems like even from a distance or even while they're watching you, their feelings are growing, whether or not you know that. Ace of Cups is here. Like this person they want to make an actual offer. If this is all about you being surprised that someone's captured your eye, but you're holding back and you're wondering, is this someone that I trust? Is this someone that I would want to get to know? I feel like by the time you're ready to approach them, you're going to be kind of a little head over heels. Like, wow, I really like this person. Whatever this is the, taking the time to get to know somebody slowly, or watching them and really listening and really observing, it is serving somebody well. Wow. Got the Moon card. It's still getting to the point of emotional expression seems to be the struggle in this. We have 2 people that are very similar, but still slightly different in the way they do things, right? One could be a Piscean. We do have some pretty solid water energy, pretty solid emotions. Magician in the reverse. Virgo, Gemini. Not quite sure. Can I reveal all this? I feel like the big mystery here is, can I reveal how I feel? I feel like there's something about they are at a distance, or they travel for work, or they have to be gone. And so it's like, how will I make this work? I'm interested, but will we have success? Can I show you that I'm interested? Will you believe it? Can we put the effort in and make something work? This is difficult. Somebody doesn't quite have confidence. It could be you, that they know you would mistrust them just a little bit if they were to, come and go in and out of your life a little bit. Somebody wants to be sure that they'll be believed when they do make an offer. But there is still this element here that says, yeah, But you know, it's going to take time and trust, and you got to work on things. It doesn't happen overnight. So if there is a doubtful process in someone's mind, someone does hold back emotion a little bit. They don't want to, but they do hold back emotion. And that could be you and them combined, because I see this popping up so many times here. So what's the remedy for this? What's the remedy for this? If both people are kind of like, I don't know. Let me see. Remedy is Tower and Five of Swords. Okay. Break it down. Like, don't be defensive. Break down those walls. Open up. Say the things that you're worried about, and try really hard to allow the defense tactics of this castle to break down. You know, it's what does each person really want? They want to really reveal how they feel and that they're interested. And so that's kind of a nice remedy for that. I like it. All right. Next up, we're going to go into Libra. Libra, 1614. All right, Libra. What does Libra not know is coming toward them in romance? This is for Libra singles. Libras. You've got Page of Swords, observation, Four of Swords, healing. This is also collecting information maybe to help oneself heal. Nine of Cups, leading to the King of Pentacles. Holy moly. This is like some of you have taken a big step back. Some of you have realized you've looked to other sources for methods of healing, or maybe first you've recognized what part of your heart needed to do a little bit of healing. Maybe you also have spotted this in someone else. I mean, this is a singles read, but I feel like this is first you recognizing the things that you needed to heal in your own self. And as you allow yourself to do that, it becomes clearer and clearer to you what truly makes you happy. And in fact, you allow yourself to reach out for happiness. If you first had to really observe, you might have looked at, maybe you looked at other people and other connections, and you saw the traits that you like in other people's connections, and it made you reflect on things that maybe you didn't have in your connections in the past. And it led you to a comfort zone saying, you know what? The relationships that I have known, the ones that didn't work out, even though I thought I was wounded, I can see now that there were things missing, things that weren't making me happy. And now I know what will make me happy. So now it's way easier to manifest it. Now it's not scary. It's not hard. Now it's actually really fun, because here comes, it's like just when you're ready to call it in, you're in a terrific vibration and you are fearless about, heck, I think it's going to be exciting for you. Like if you see the person that attracts you, I feel like you'll have no problem making the first move. I don't even know if this is a situation where you figured out what makes you happy and now you're like, okay, universe, bring it in. I think it's the reverse. I think that you're so steady and so solid in what you want. If you spot somebody who's amazing, you go, dang, can I get your number? You know, like you just say it. It's not anything that you hold back on, because you figured some things out. It's about you pursuing your happiness. I feel like some of you will take the lead in your own romantic endeavors at this point, because you feel really confident. You feel really good about, I deserve to be happy. I don't know. I feel like the leash has come off of the Libra, and the Libra is like going out to get what they want. King of Pentacles could be an earth sign that catches your eye. Could be somebody that's like, wow, the sun. Oh my gosh. This is such an incredible amount of happiness and clarity and vitality. I think that your days of sorrow are over. I think that, I mean, this is like warmth, and I don't know why, but the middle of those sunflowers like really stand out to me, like eyeballs, as if you see what you want and you go right toward it. Some of you maybe want to have a child with somebody also, and maybe that's something that you're like, yeah, I want to do that too. Whatever your wishes are, You don't have any qualms about it. You don't believe that you can't have it. What do you mean? I can have anything I want. I'm in charge of my life. It's like you have this newfound sense of confidence because you've really healed and it's so clear and it's so simple. You want that? Okay. Go make that happen. You can do that. I don't know why. You're the only zodiac so far that's been all about you taking charge and you taking the lead in a romantic sense. And I think that that's interesting. That would be a surprise. I said, what do you not see coming towards you? Maybe you're sitting there going, yeah, no. But that wouldn't happen until this healing. And when we heal, it's amazing how that can kind of give us wings. You know, we didn't realize that a wound prevents us from flying as high as we normally would, right? This is so much happiness. 9 of Cups, King of Pentacles, the Sun. You end up in a situation that is, it's strong. There's a huge growth, could be with a Leo, but I feel like the biggest thing here is you take charge of your happiness, your life, what you want, and I don't think anything holds you back. Very nice. All right, Geminis, you are next at 2104. All right, Geminis, what do you not see coming towards you in the realm of romance? This is for my singles out there. Just a quick little peek. 7 of Swords sideways. So if there had been worries, fears of, you know, is there going to be deception? No, you just got the Sun card in the upright. Worries, fears, concerns. I think we're starting out with maybe in the back of your mind, you're like, am I ever going to meet somebody that I trust? I don't trust so easy these days. This is like, oh, baby, when you meet that one, you don't have to question. Somebody is showing up that is brighter than the sun in your world. And it's like, yes, I can believe them. Whoever this is, they radiate. They're powerful. They're confident. This is, you know, Invictus Soul, the victorious sun. This is somebody who is like the quality of person where loyal like crazy. They will be the person who's got your back through thick and thin. Doesn't matter how tough it gets. They're kind of afraid of nothing when it comes to revealing. They might be really bold, really brash. They may not always say just the right thing, but they always say the right thing. You know what I mean? It's like the person who they would tell somebody off if they disrespected you, because it's like, I can see right through what you just said and you were being rude. So step off, you know, to put it simply. And it's like, on one hand, okay, this person's really bold. On the other hand, they radiate like this joy and this power and honesty, also clarity. This person knows who they are, knows what they want. And it's like such an answer to you being questioning, like, am I ever going to meet anybody that I can trust? And it's funny because here we have an eclipse of the sun. It's like you always worry, maybe that person doesn't really exist. Maybe it's a fantasy of mine. And then it's like, no, they're there. They're real. That's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Ooh. Death card. Yeah, it changes up your world pretty good and proper. Being with this person, you're going to see your life in a whole new way. Things you never would have dreamed that you would wind up contemplating. It'll be like, oh, wow, I didn't think that I was going to wind up, you know, living in, you know, a completely different state. You know, I'm from the mountains and now I'm going to go live in the desert and I can't wait. I never thought I'd love the desert. Whatever the changes are, you embrace it wholeheartedly. This, you know, Scorpio energy, this could be like, if you thought you weren't very passionate, oh yeah, well, whatever. Passion is for other people. No, this is crazy passionate. You know, so many things that you might have just like, I don't know if that's going to ever happen to me. I don't know if that's for me. All that's for you. all that is yours. It's a whole new version of your life here. And it's because you meet this person and things that you hadn't thought could be yours or that you didn't want. Wow. People might razz you a lot for these changes because maybe you said, I want to be single. I don't even want to date. I don't even want to ever get married. And yet we have the Hierophant and we have all these friends that are razzing and like, what are you love stricken? You're just going to change everything. You're going to, you know, maybe you're going to suddenly become your partner's long haul trucker and people are going to be like, wait, you're doing what? You're becoming a long haul trucker with your partner. And you're like, yeah, they're a trucker and I want to go with them. And everybody's like, you don't even like to ride in the car for 10 minutes. You hate traffic. It could be things that are so completely different, but you're completely different. There's something here where it's not about sacrifice. You're doing what you want to, but what you want has somehow, like, there are some things that have shifted, and it's not something everybody else will probably understand because it's all about you. It's all about like listening to what your higher self says. You want to explore this. You want to have fun with this. It gives you happiness. It gives you a newfound sense of, I want to say, like, auras are really important in this. I always feel like this sun card is not just like a burst of plasma from the sun, but their aura is that bright. And I feel like there's something about you where they're so authentically them. It gives you more permission to be more bold, a little more wild, a little bit more passionate, a little bit more just like, this is the other side of me. And I mean, come on, as a Gemini, sure, you've got more than one version of yourself locked inside, right? So maybe this person is giving you permission to blossom that other half of you. Very nice. All right, Aquarius, you're up next at 2611. All right, Aquarians, what do my Aquarius singles have coming toward them in romance? What do they know is coming toward them in romance? 7 of Wands. Ooh, Knight of Swords. In a moment that seems stressful, somebody might show up all of a sudden. Somebody shows up all of a sudden. Somebody that is a bit of a loner. So you might be facing... Are you a loner too? Is that what this is? You're standing here at a moment of some struggle, feeling like, whatever, I got this. I can handle it. Yep, here's another problem. Oh, my car tire just popped on the side of the freeway interchange. And on top of it, there's no toe open today. And you know what? It's okay. I'll figure it out. And then maybe somebody actually shows up. Somebody unexpected pops up into your world. The universe like sends you somebody and it rushes in fast. And I feel like they are someone whoever this person is, they weren't looking for you and you weren't looking for them. This shows up unexpectedly. This is somebody who's actually on a solo journey. Maybe that's why it is so, it's like they drop everything to suddenly give assistance to you. And I feel like they're a total stranger. What an interesting thing. This is somebody who's been on their journey, possibly just as you handle everything on your own. This person does too, but then they spot you and it's like they're just called to step up and do something. And then they're like, okay, peace out. And it's kind of like, wait a second. Some stranger shows up into my life for a hot minute, comes in out of nowhere like a freaking hero, and then they're just going to bounce again. I'm curious about this person. Hierophant in the upright, High Priestess in the reverse, King of Wheels in the reverse. So you cross paths with somebody that you already know that this person is important. You also know that this person is on their journey for sure. But you also know that this isn't even close to over. This person's life is not stable yet. They lend, or they did lend assistance to you, or you met them in a moment. And this could have been something as simple as, you're trying to order a coffee and somebody walks up and starts hassling you, and this person just steps in and like kind of calms things down and then is about to go on their merry way. But for whatever reason, this situation's not over. You cross paths in an unusual moment, and they show you a moment of their courage, their chivalry, their something that they do. They say something or they stand up for you in some way, and then they're on their way. Their life is not organized. This is kind of like the roving kind of hero energy. This person, and it's probably because they've had plenty of loss in their life and they're trying to find themselves again. You kind of know that. You feel it, and you also see the quality in this person. This is somebody where, interesting, it's like you spot them and you kind of already feel like you know them, or they remind you of somebody. You see how the tree is carved exactly the same way this man looks. Hierophant is, you may feel like they're divinely crossing your path. You may feel as if one of your guides or something like that has sent them across your path for a moment. Whatever this is, especially with the High Priestess here in the reverse, they remind you of somebody or they trigger something inside of you and you go, this person is high quality. This storyline's not over. There's a mutual respect here. Sorry, that's my dog. He likes to scratch on this one rug that I keep. I don't know why, but he fluffs the rug for himself. This person, hang on, I'm not taking these cards. There's too many. This person may not be in a place where they can offer you anything. This is more like a big, huge spiritual connection. King of Swords. They go from a knight into a king, though. Something about you. So they help you, but then you're supposed to be a part of their world because you somehow give them the confidence to realize that they may be on their journey and they may think that they're a knight. They may think that they're not very grounded. They may think that they just, from day to day, they pop in, and if they can offer a little bit of help here or there, that's just what they do. You actually show them that you're a lot more than a knight. You're a king pretending to be a knight. You give this person some confidence in return. Interesting. I feel like you guys have a profound intellectual and spiritual connection here. Whether or not this becomes a traditional kind of romance, I don't know. This may always have an energy of like your mind and your spirits are always really interwoven, really connected. And that you could have very like profound dialogue, very profound conversation about things like that, which you kind of knew that you would. Justice in the upright. Lots and lots of air energy. They could be a fellow air sign. Maybe they're a Libra, but you also have the Hierophant. We also have High Priestess. So, I mean, you could be Cancerian. You could have Taurus. But, man, we got a lot of air energy. This is like something about the two of you interacting with one another somehow brings about a really beautiful harmony for you both. And it's funny, I just want to point out that I feel like her adornment matches like the pattern that he is wearing. The two of you have something so similar about you. The two of you kind of like want to right some of the world's wrongs in a really nice way. Like one thing at a time. Like maybe you care about the earth, you care about justice, you care about equality, you care about, things being correct. And both of you may really care about this aspect of human life. Like we're here to make something better and to grow in the process. I feel like the two of you are companions in an ideal like that as much as you are anything else, which is really beautiful. Huh, nice. All right, Virgos, you're up next at 3304. All right, my Virgos. Virgos, what do you not see coming towards you in the realm of romance? This is for my Virgo singles. Ooh, okay. Oh my goodness. Virgos, what just happened here? Hold on, I want to keep things kind of in order. Virgos. So we start out, we've got a King of Swords, and a Strength card, followed by a Devil card in the reverse. Excellent. Okay. Followed by a Tower in the upright. I feel like you got something real shocking coming in. So first off, truth and not perfection, but truth. Somebody who is walking up to you and they're saying exactly what they mean. And they have some kind of a checkered past, or they have some kind of, this is a solid person who has their own story. Maybe something that is their cross to bear. Okay. And I feel like you soothed this person somehow. It's taken them courage to come towards you. And I feel like you know that. And there's this gentleness in you. It puts, I don't know, it's like they tell you their life story somehow. And you really sit and you really listen. I feel like them explaining where they've been, what they've been through is something that you truly like absorb. And that was something that this person needed. They needed to tell their life story to somebody who would sit. It's like this huge lion who needed, of all things, they needed this little girl to be there for them. And she has lion ears too. So she's got the same heart that they have, but she's not a predator. This person who's had to maybe defend themselves, maybe had to take on a lot of hard things in life, and maybe has had their own wounds and things that they haven't shown to anybody. They come in and they want to tell you their life story. And that is somehow unburdening themselves. It is also explaining how they have overcome some very difficult things in their life. That leads to a major transformation. It may change your dreams. Like listening to this person's life story gives you a perspective that completely changes so much about how you view people, how you view love, how you view this person, perhaps. I don't know. It just seems like we start you out with someone shows up in your life and it's like this huge conversation. And it changes the way you look at everything, because the very next card is the Death card. It ends something and it opens up a new cycle. And I feel like you get a different perspective on love. You get a different perspective on humans. You get a different perspective on, look, Virgo, if you'd been through plenty of your own sorrows and you healed yourself and revamped yourself, and now you operate with a certain understanding of, human beings and how we behave and, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Somehow this gives you a new layer, a new level of appreciation, a new thought process, even within yourself. Somehow this person's life story transforms something. It's like you see something differently. You see a potential that you never, it could be that the way this person has lived their life and who they are, if you want this person to be with them, you would actually be accepting a completely different style of a life than what you had ever expected yourself to. You see that your dreams have changed because you understand someone's story. It's an unexpected. I keep feeling like it blows your mind. It makes you look at things so differently. Your person seems to have plenty of history, because now we have a King of Cups. The sharks inside. This is somebody deeply emotional. So they start out kind of like careful with their words, but explaining things from a logical viewpoint. And then somehow it's like, I want to say that your person has their own, we all have our own shadow side, right? But your person's might be something that is more tangible and will always be more a part of their life. And thus it will be a part of your life as well. And you are like, yeah, that's what life is. We accept each other where we are at. And you accepting them somehow helps to set this person free. Now I get this image of like a caged lion, but you are somehow giving them some added amount of strength to set themselves free from maybe worry. Maybe this person hadn't ever been very accepted before. And the fact that you simply accept, like, so you're not perfect. Why would you expect that you were supposed to have to be perfect? Who told you that? And it's like you didn't comprehend that somebody would have been so judgmental of themselves. And so that's like a big epiphany moment where you're like, wow, somebody must have really not been supported. The fact that me simply listening to their life story and telling them, why do you think that that's such a terrible thing? Why have you guilted yourself? Why do you think that that's some gigantic, shame to bear or to hide from the world? That's just being human. I feel like you say something that's so simple and so like obvious to you, but it's the world to them, and it opens somebody's energy up. But at the same time, it makes you understand people differently. You didn't realize it's something so simple that you could say to somebody would give them a peace of mind and make them feel comfortable in who they are and give them the courage to not feel trapped in whatever they were. I feel like this is somebody who had possibly played two roles in their life. Everything's calm, everything's fine, everything's wonderful. All of their real emotions, everything that they go through, they wear that only in places where nobody can see it. I feel like somebody has always faced their own struggles totally alone, wouldn't tell anybody anything. And I feel like they're opening up to you. more and more as they continue to trust you. And you realize, wow, I can't believe somebody didn't know that they were allowed to just be a human, I don't know. I feel like, not that you weren't already compassionate, but I feel like you're understanding where somebody comes from in a whole new layer. Like it's kind of a shock to you that somebody had never been supported or had been so heavily judged or felt like they couldn't express themselves or felt so ashamed of just like basic human stuff, Something about this is absolutely, it's everything is blossoming into or transforming into more compassion, more understanding, more comfort zone with each other, more courage to open up. This is like an incredible thing. And I feel like this person opens your eyes, and maybe it allows you in turn to also be more vulnerable, more, I don't know, I feel like the two of you are so good for each other, like opening up and just being comfortable and knowing that neither one is like trying to judge or hurt the other. That's really lovely. I hope that is everybody's story, regardless of what zodiac you are. Oh, speaking of zodiacs, I mean, we got a little bit of everything, but we got Scorpio, we got Aries, we got Capricorn, we got Leo for the major arcanas there. All right. Speaking of, let's move onward now to Capricorn, 4121. Oops. Okay, Capricorns. Capricorns, what do you guys have coming towards you that you don't expect to have come towards you in romance? Oh, Capricorns, what is this? This is for my single Capricorns. You're beginning by saying, maybe I'm not looking for romance, Kate. Two of Cups in the reverse, World card in the reverse, Fool in the reverse. There's either a delay in being able to come together with your twin flame and you sense that they're out there, but right now your life is busy with other things, or someone's life is busy with other things, but you feel this person. And this is a singles reading, so this would not be for those of you who are already with someone, right? This is if you identify as single. But the World in the reverse, that is Capricorn. But there's the inability to travel, especially the Fool card in the reverse also, still inability to travel, or a cycle that is not closed out, but we're unable to move forward. Ooh, Death card is here though. Okay, so we might also be getting over something for starters, and somebody new is coming in on the scenes. Could be a Scorpio. We've got a 10 of Swords in the reverse, Princess of Wands in the reverse, and a Hermit in the reverse. Virgo energy. No, we're headed for a conversation here. We're changing everything. Capricorns, have you guys been telling yourselves that love stinks? I'm not doing love anymore. I'm not going to put in the effort. I'm not going to do this because it got burned before. And then you're realizing that maybe that's not the way to look at things. In fact, maybe you're further along and more healed than what you think you are. Maybe because you meet somebody else and you're kind of surprised, or maybe you see that someone else is echoing those sentiments and you see it in them and you go, that's not really the way to behave. I just feel like this is you seeing it. 10 of Swords in the reverse, Princess of Wands. It's like nursing wounds and hunkering down and saying, I'm not going to heal and I'm not going to move forward. And you're like, wait. Why? That's no way to be. But you might have also that way at one point. And it's like, this is such a wake-up call. This is such a great transformation moment, because you're like, wait, it doesn't have to feel that way. And I feel like you and another person literally could sit there and say the same sentences to each other about how love stinks, I'm not doing it. And you both hear each other and go, well, love doesn't stink, situations stink. And it's like you hear it better through each other's lips. You help each other to hear what the other one was saying. 3 Pentacles. And guess what? The two of you who are like, I'm not doing romance right now. I'm not looking for that. No, thank you. The two of you wind up actually having a really great time together, seeing, like, inspiring each other, seeing what to let go of, seeing that you do want to keep talking to each other now because you're both in the same space. Yes, I don't like love either. Nope. So do you want to go get a soda? Or whatever people do nowadays. You want to go get a coffee? You want to go out and have a drink? And then the conversation, you quit talking about how you don't want to be in love with anybody and how love stinks and how you're not willing to do that anymore. And it just becomes like all of a sudden it's fun. Your conversation is fun. It's easygoing. Queen of Wands in the reverse. Interesting. This is, this is a karmic cycle. Maybe through this person and Princess of Cups, through this conversation that you have with someone who feels just like you do, you can hear that they are still wounded over a karmic cycle that they were in, and all they got to do is let it go. But then you apply it and you go, I was like that too. I feel like the two of you completely crack open the great mystery that it wasn't a twin flame. It was a karmic cycle that I was in. You see it, they see it, and the two of you see it as you're looking at one another. Oh, how interesting. How very interesting. Okay. So I wonder if the two of you are kind of like on the nose and sassy with each other about this too. Judgment in the reverse, Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Your entire situation here is all about revelation. This is all we're telling right now is a story of a transformation that both you and a new love interest that you meet that you do not think is a love interest at first, you both go through the same process thanks to one another. And both of you come to the same realization. I don't want to have a new beginning with my ex. My ex was a karmic cycle. My ex was a reason I thought I didn't believe in love. You both thought the same stuff. Neither one of you has any intention of reconciling with your exes. Two of Wands in the reverse, because neither one of you is at a crossroads anymore. I feel like the two of you wind up going in a new direction together. Together. I'm not surprised. 10 of Pentacles. You are each other's 5. How amazing is that? Who was it? Was it Pisces who also got a reading where it was like a perfect harmonious match that comes in when you hadn't met your match in the past? And it turns out two people are like they're in the same vibe. They meet each other at the same right time. But you're the only zodiac who's had it be where you meet somebody and you're kind of like a grumbly bear about romance just as much as they are, or about, being a little tarnished, a little bit like, no, I don't really believe in all that love stuff. And then it turns out through your interaction, through your conversation, you see and you hear what they're really saying, and you can identify and be like, well, that person wasn't your person. That was a karmic cycle. That's why you just had to cut them loose. And it dawns on them at the same time it dawns on you that that's exactly what you had gone through. And now you move on together. How nice is that? Wow. Good to be a Taurus, a Capricorn today. Taurus, you're up next. Let me get going. 4820 for Taurus. How interesting. Taurus, I've been having real fun with these reads. Let's see where yours takes us. This is for my single Taurians out there. This is what you not know is coming towards you in love. Chariot, but in the reverse. So we're going to pause. We're going to freeze and gain some traction here. High Priestess in the upright. Ooh, I almost feel like somebody's driving by you and they just kind of stop and rubberneck. And it's like, you go, I can sense that this person, like, they want to talk to me. I feel it, but I don't know what the heck they're doing. They might confuse you. I feel like this person stops on a dime instead of going past you. This could be somebody that you're walking past. This could be somebody that you almost pass each other, but you don't understand why they are suddenly stopping, but you sense it. Strength card in the upright, star card in the reverse. You don't see this person as your wish fulfillment. They spot you. I don't know what this is all about, Taurus, but something comes to this freeze, and they're kind of working up the courage to come and like ask you out. They've spotted you first. That's what this looks like to me. The first two cards there are all about emotions, right? Chariot and High Priestess are Cancerian energy. Then we got Leo energy, and then we got Aquarius. So we've got somebody who's like, I feel like they're kind of love struck by you, and you're like, what the heck? You may not know that maybe you're wearing something that is particularly like, it's eye-catching and you have no clue. You have no clue at all what you look like from a distance, you know? So somebody really spots you and it's, you're like, what? I don't know what this person's looking at. Darling, they're looking at you. Page of Wands in the upright. Wow. This person is willing to travel. This person is passionate. They want to start something. They want to start a romance. And you're still kind of like befuddled. Like, what? So they're so interested in me. What? I don't even know this person. How can they be so interested? Because you stand out, Taurus. There's something unique about you. Queen of Wands in the reverse. You're thinking possibly at first that, is this person like stuck in a heartbreak and they're just looking for somebody to, you know, help them get over it? You may be suspicious of that. You might be thinking that, oh, this is just somebody who's looking for, you know, something to take their mind off their karmic cycle because it just seems too fast. Or you worry that this will just become one of those. You could even worry that this is a rehash of what you've been through in the past with someone where it's like, yeah, it's fireworks at first, but then what? I just feel as if you don't see yourself in the same way that they see you. And I feel like there's a little bit of confusion about what they want from you. Knight of Wands in the reverse, but this person isn't coming in for the passion. This person is really wanting to get to know you in this storyline. Knight of Swords. I feel like they want to get you to say yes to them, to spend enough time so they can really talk to you, so they can really explain who they are. Are they moving rapidly? Yes, they are moving rapidly towards you. Because I think Taurus, they know if they don't make an impression on you pretty fast, somebody else is going to snatch you up. I feel like this person sees you as somebody that they really want to get to know. They want to spend more time with you. They don't want somebody else stepping in, cutting in line in front of them. But they're trying to speed up the process of building trust is what this seems like. And I don't know that that can be sped up, right? That could be, trust has to be built. I don't know though. Ace of Wands in the reverse. They really are trying to speed up conversation, not leap into the passion here. This is not trying to just, in fact, they might really want to make that point. Look, I'm not trying to just make this about passion. I want to talk to you. Can we talk? Five of Swords. Wow, you're really resisting this. Like, you seem to be not very interested in this. So what's the outcome here? I mean, by all means, if you don't want somebody, you do not need to give them your time. 10 of Swords. You were still feeling maybe some mistrust because of what you've been through in the past. If somebody shows you a ton of interest, you're like, yeah, I've been wowed before and it didn't go anywhere. Somehow, though, even you kind of resisting, even you trying to like, whoa, slow your roll here, you know, don't come at me so strong like that. You actually, this is the final like phases of you closing out a painful cycle. This person might be extremely, maybe they know that you're really guarded. Hang on, I'm not taking these cards because they didn't actually jump. They just landed upright on my thumb. But you have an ending of something painful here and a beginning of something wonderful. You just got the Sun card in the upright. Taurus, you push back and you don't want to give this person the time of day, and it turns out they were instrumental to make you change your mind and maybe help you to believe in love again, that it's not always going to be a game. It's not always going to have to be confusing, that people don't have to have ulterior motives. This person helps you get through that, is what that looked like to me. That's beautiful. All right, next up, Sag at 5429. All right, Sagittarians, let's see. This is for my Saggy singles. So what's coming towards you guys in love and romance? We start you out with the Five of Cups. Somebody else started this with their reading with that first card there as well. So there is a moment of hurt. There is one, and I'm going to say the same thing. that I said with whatever other zodiac that was. It might have been Pisces or I think it was Cancer. You might have one last cry over something, one last big cry. And then you sit there and you go, well, what do I do now? Because I'm really sick of crying with that Two of Swords. 8 of Wheels in the reverse, which is like 8 of Pentacles. Well, I don't want to cry anymore. I don't want to put effort into this anymore. 4 of Wheels in the reverse, which is 4 of Pentacles. You let it go. Judgment in the reverse. I'm not going back to this. I'm not going to try to keep making peace or even forgiving. I'm just going to let myself go. I'm going to release myself from this situation that I had known. So we pick up a story where it's like you've been hurt, you've been sad. But the last 2 cards out is, holy smokes, do you ever move forward? And suddenly it's like, because you cry your last tear, you say to yourself, I don't want to chew on this memory anymore. Like, I'm spitting this memory out. I'm definitely not interested in my ex anymore. I'm really letting it go. Poof. Here comes your match. Here comes your hero. Masculine or feminine, doesn't matter, but we have a Chariot. And this is somebody like racing in. This is somebody who shows up rapidly. And then they're stable. They're stable in their emotions. That's a really big part of the Chariot card. And then when you double it down with this King of Wheels or King of Pentacles, this is somebody who's stable, mature. They know who they are. They have a great like sense of self. This could be somebody who wants to take you places with them, wants you to be around them. It's funny because it actually looks like the same person who's riding the Chariot, but this should be Cancerian energy. But it's like that same king, his hair is blowing all over here. But this is somebody who is very certain about what direction they want to take their life. And it's like they meet you and it's like they invite you to join them. This person, they are willing to get to know you for sure. Ooh, wow. Stresses you out, huh? 9 of Swords. Somebody who shows up like this, who seems like too good to be true. Is that why? 7 of Wheels. That's 7 of Pentacles. You're like, I'm so stressed out. I want to take time to get to know this person slowly. What's great is that's a King of Pentacles. They're not in a rush. They do come in a rush. They show up maybe sooner than what you thought you were ready to meet the new person. But there's somebody who's patient, so you don't have to get stressed because you can actually take time with this person. On the other hand, we do have this Knight of Swords, followed by an 8 of Swords, followed by a Tower. This is, you really make a confident decision. You don't want the ex anymore, and that's true. But then a new person shows up really rapidly, and it fills you with like, oh my God, but I was just barely getting my energy balanced again. I just barely have gotten myself balanced. And I feel like you run from this person and then maybe even pause and go, what am I doing running from the thing that I really want? And then I feel like it pushes you through this wonderful change where, you know, when we get hurt in love, sometimes we go, yeah, I got hurt and that happens. And I understand that. And I'm over it and I'll be okay, but I'm not ready for anybody else yet. And then it's like, unfortunately, they show up really swiftly and it feels like I wasn't ready yet. No, I need to stay away from this person. I don't want to date this wonderful person yet because I set in my head this belief that I can't date until I'm over something. So you kind of run. But running doesn't get you very far because you're stuck here and you're realizing that there was one last thing maybe to set yourself free from. You didn't want the ex back, but you still hadn't freed your own self from maybe worries of hurt and pain. The Tower holds us captive. This is wonderful. This is a major transformation. This person, whoever this person is, they are instrumental in pushing you through this last little release. And it's not little, this is a big release. Now Now you're cleaned from all of the sorrow and the hurt and the holding back. There's no more of that. You're ready to move forward now. This person is possibly going to be just a huge breath of fresh air, even though maybe it's a little bit scary to meet somebody when you're thinking that you weren't quite ready yet. All right, next up, we're going to go with Aries. Aries is at 115. Okay, so Aries, here we go. What do you not see coming towards you right now in romance? This is for my singles. Ooh, okay, we'll take them. We've got an Emperor in the reverse. We've got a Two of Pentacles upright and a Six of Swords. Balancing things out with an Emperor in the reverse. I feel like if you were left feeling angry, feeling oppressed, feeling sour over something, you recognize that that was probably not a terrific situation to find yourself in. Maybe you've recognized, the one thing that I don't want is to feel manipulated by anybody, and I don't want to feel trapped. And so you know what? I'm not trapped, I'm free. So you begin with this awareness that you have actually been the person who made choices to move on. You thought about it. You had the opportunity to stay with a situation that wasn't making you happy, and instead you chose to move on. So you're evaluating why you're single, and you're recognizing because you didn't want to be there. No matter what had happened in the past, ultimately it was your choice. So what's coming in for you that you don't see? Possibly somebody very honorable. King of Swords. This is a great conversationalist. When they do speak, they're going to say what's true. They're not going to try to find words and that they don't mean just to manipulate. This is somebody who is, if they've got stuff they're not proud of, they're upfront about it. You know, it's not the end of the world. Wow. This is almost like a mic drop moment. And poof, there's your 10 of Cups and we're done. It's, you know, basically, let me put it this way. That Emperor energy in the reverse. And by the way, this is actually a feminine Emperor. So bear in mind, none of my readings are for genders, right? It's always non-gender specific. You fill in those blanks if there's a story that makes sense to you. But everything that an Emperor in the reverse is, which is, you know, manipulative, petulant, bossy, wanting to be in power, in control, says what they want to versus what's true. This is the exact reverse. This is somebody who leads by example, isn't trying to make people follow them. They just do what they believe is right. They say what they mean what they say. They're fair, balanced, and logical. No wonder, as you recognize that you have chosen to stay away from people like those reverse emperors in your life, you made a conscious decision to invite something else into your life because that's where your happiness is. You're manifesting this. So it's like, what do you not see coming in? Well, what's funny is maybe you don't see it, but boy, you created it with your own mind. You invited this quality of person in. It's like you said out loud, I want nothing that I've ever had before. I want the exact opposite of what I've had before. And that makes sense too, even with the Two of Pentacles. Like, you want to balance something out differently. You want a different, you know, if you'd had a difficult situation, now you want something really happy so that it's like, okay, I've already, now that the scales are going to be balanced. That's really nice. One of you could be a teacher. We've got a Tower. Yeah, total change. Devil in the reverse. None of that toxic behavior. Six of Pentacles upright. Strength card in the reverse. Whoops. There is balance. There's equal give and take. There is truth. There is harmony here. This is the fear that there could be. Could there still be manipulation? I feel like at every turn, what we keep seeing is a reassurance that things have changed. You're not inviting toxic people in anymore. Truth is here. Someone's not trying to manipulate power. I feel like all of your greatest worries and concerns is like you introduce this person to someone that you trust and you go, okay, did they remind you at all of my ex? And they're like, no, they seem so different than your ex. It's that kind of vibe. It's like, could I really have met my dream? Because I feel like this is her dreams, like blowing up. Like, oh my God, I'm actually meeting somebody who is just what I've asked for. This is a little uncanny. It's really nice. And it's also about releasing your fears. That's beautiful. All right. So last but not least, Leo at 105:14. All right. Leos. Here we go. Leos, let's go with this deck. So what do my Leo singles not know is coming toward them in love? Ace of Cups. There we go. Let's start on a high note. Ace of Cups. That's beautiful. That's a sincere love offer, significant love offer. Sun in the reverse, High Priestess in the reverse. So you don't know for sure that you want necessarily to say yes to it, but you do know, you knew that this was coming, but it's all about the timing. I feel like there's an awareness that there is someone who maybe that this person has fallen for you, but they haven't said it yet. And you also intuitively know that you're like, don't say it to me yet. I'm not ready to hear it yet. There could be a little of that element here. You sense it, you know it. There's all this waiting for the right time. Oh my gosh. When do we want to get to this 10 of Pentacles? Well, one person is still kind of hanging around outside here. And for some reason, I feel like it's you, Leo. Kind of like, am I ready for a relationship? I know that this could be amazing. I know that I'm interested in this person, but am I ready? If you want to walk through that gateway into that beautiful courtyard, you can do it. It's like you both know that it's going to happen at a certain moment in time. But this is something, it's for my singles. So this is new. This is not someone that you would have dated before, is what I don't feel. I feel like this is Hermit. There is still some kind of, it's like you see this happening in your mind's eye, but the timing has to be right for you and for them. And you both subtly know it. And there is one last little thing that you're clicking into place here. You got Virgo, Leo, Cancer. The thing that you're clicking into place, getting over these worries, these fears. Palace of Swords, balancing our minds so that we're not stressed out over this. The World card. Ready to take the leap of faith. That is actually the Fool in the middle of the world. So until you're ready, because maybe this is a situation where you would have to move to be with this person, or something about your life would change if you're with them. Maybe their life is more public. And so if you're with them, you could be suddenly more in the public eye yourself. Maybe there are things that would change in your life or in theirs if you were together. So to say that I'm going to do this is not as simple as I'm ready to be in this romantic connection. This is like, first I have to address, where are my worries about being in this romantic connection? Let me calm those worries. Let me get into my head and be logical, cool, calm, and collected. And then when am I ready to do this? And we see kind of I almost look at this as like a passing of seasons also. So it may not be this season, maybe, that you choose to say, yes, I'm going to have this romance. I'm going to make this romance be a part of my life. This is going to be, I'm going to put my 5 with theirs, and together we're going to have that 10 of Pentacles, especially because we have you needing to walk through this doorway, and we see, meditating first, wondering, do I walk through this doorway? It's like, to be with this person, something about your life would change. Maybe they are semi-famous. Maybe you are semi-famous. And it's like, wow, once we connect ourselves, and maybe this is even just in the workplace, you work together. If we are dating, we're going to make the announcement. And once it's made, it gets just a little bit harder to like backpedal maybe and be like, oh, we're not dating, because then everybody's going to want all of that information, so it could be something that comes with just a little bit more thought process in it. But in any case, it looks very lovely. All right, you guys, take care. Bye-bye.